Amen.
Amen.
Brother, you come. Share with us.
Adding picture books.
Well, I start to say, sort of pray for me, which my problems ain't like nobody else's, but to get through this, because man, every song, about tears jerked out every song.
Amen.
And now he's got my handkerchief, so it could be slang. It hit you, it hit you.
Come on.
But yeah, good to be here. See everybody, and today this is for Tim. Just tribute this to him. Oh man, I could get going for a long time too. So if I get close, you can just
You fine, brother.
Oh well, wow. Yeah, well, this is sort of out of my comfort zone. You know, it's what you're supposed to do, step it up. And, you know, I thought I really didn't want to be on tape, but I know I could choose to go somewhere else, but I didn't want period tape. But, you know, that's cool. I'm going with it. But, wow, my story just, really what I'm going to be covering is what I'm sort of learned is being real.
Amen.
And the forgiveness, what I've had to learn, and just humbling yourself
Right.
in front of an almighty God. But I guess I'll start with there, my story about how I got to this church, sort of like John was talking. See, Chris, my cousin, which is, okay, I live with my aunt and two older cousins, which one's 60, one's 50. And she has a son, Chris, which David knows. And whatever, and I'd heard about somebody was going to try to start a church, and you know, David was going to try to start a church, and he had just got married, and he had a kid, and then things went south. He got divorced, and my cousin just kept on about me to, which I'd do anything for her. This, you know, she's done probably more for me. These three people in my whole life is like really all sort of got left. We've never had a harsh word, no matter what, you know what I mean? Now, whatever they need, you don't have to have money or nothing. They might have to have a bologna sandwich now, but,
Amen.
but you know what I'm saying? But anyway, come to support Chris.
Right.
So that's what got me here, you know, and my thing was, where I was at, how could you say, I wasn't going to ever go into a church again until I got right.
Amen.
But, see, if you think about that, most times you can't get right until you get into a church.
Amen.
Okay, and you know, and so that's how that started. And this is my first coming here. I wasn't, how could you, searching the Lord really. You know, because the seed I got sold to me, what I know, like I know, sort of like what John said, that I know about, you know, everything, but just didn't like, well, my papa died, oh, okay, like, once in a while, this is wild, when I was young, I already stood up and preached one time in my life. I remember it, but this is something my papa showed me, and I got up and said it, you see. But I wish, and I could, well, you're supposed to bet, but remember what that was, because I could guarantee you everything I got to my name. It's got something in my life right now.
Amen.
I don't know what it was. But you know, like I said, when he died, I ain't been to church till I come here. And that was in 84. But my whole life was sort of in church, but didn't really, when I was young, you're a kid, you don't, you know, the seed was sold in me, but like you're saying, saved or baptized, I've sort of been twice, saved and baptized. But anyway, but when I was young, I didn't really, it was just, you know, I didn't understand it really, sort of did,
right.
You know. But that's how, you know, that I got here, and, but okay, see, I started getting something out of it here though.
Mm-hmm.
From where I was at in my life, which most people don't know, and you ain't all heard, nobody here has. It was just every time I come in here, it's talk to you. You know how sometimes it'll burn you, or you know what it is, or it's talking to you.
Amen.
Every time it does that here, or it started to do it, you know.
Yeah.
And so that's when they sort of joined. So I actually come in, so I had to fill the paper out. I joined it, you know. And then, but you got to be ready to go to church. You know, everybody just know that. But apparently Chris wasn't ready. Okay, you know, and they, and here I joined, and they left. They like left me in a way, you know, it's not really left me, but they left, and I was like, man, I just joined. Why would you do that? You're gonna leave, you know? Because I was getting something out of it.
Amen.
And to whatever this church was made for me.
Amen.
You should think this or not. Wow, it's and to get something else, it's like, okay, I was down in, I'm gonna skip, try to bear with me because I could bounce around a lot of stuff. I could have had 10, 20,000 pages.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
My story, there's so much in this that I could tie to it. It's unreal. But let's see. Give me a second. Okay, when I actually Father's Day was 15, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Was the first time I actually saw him hunted for him.
Amen.
Not until then. I know the Lord and stuff like that, but you know, and what got me sort of there, I was done coming to church here, and there's a few things sort of happened, and I don't even know if I've told David this. I got down into Monroe County where I'm from. Not one person I know down there I mentioned David's name to. And I got down there at this guy's house, and he just brought out so-and-so told me about, heard about where she's going to church, and knowed your name, David Morelock, and said, I believe you're going down the wrong path. Boy, it pissed me off. No, this is how did anybody know your name? I never told a soul. Which I found out how I got down in there, but, well, I mean, I don't know if I should say this, but I was just like, man, I'm talking about a preacher, I'm going to whoop their, you know. Amen. After we going to church, we go down the wrong path. It's because of whatever, man. Because where I was, it was the worst bad path. And I'll get to that.
Yeah.
So, you know, but once I sort of nipped it in the bud, I found out and went to the person and whatever and said what I had to say. Nobody's ever said a word about me in this church, period.
Amen.
Again.
Afraid to get whipped.
But you know, anyway, but and you know, but I was getting something out of this here, and this is what this has meant for me. What she has done for me, and probably never know. And I believe that this was made for me. It's just crazy at the time, and then I was sort of the only one for how long? Probably a year, and
It was wild.
oh, and I heard a joke about a preacher thing like that. If you're the only one in the church and preacher's laying it all at you because, you know, ain't nobody over here to look at it. There's some kind of old joke I heard. What was it? Some guy said, preacher, when a guy goes to feed his cattle, you don't, it was something like, don't give him all the hay at one time or something, you know what I mean? But it wasn't nothing I could handle it. And then I seen where, I believe I've helped David and, you know, Erica. It's
Amen.
trying to start something or something, you know, preachers need to pray for more than, you know, the
Amen.
people, because that's the truth on that. And, but that's my story on the church, and so I just accepted it. It started helping me. This has helped me.
Amen.
But forget me to get to it, but you know, okay, that's sort of my church story, my testimony. Okay, wow. Okay, like I said, my grandfather, which me and David sort of had this in common. My grandfather and my mom's all I've ever known.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the two people, period. It was my father, sister, brother, dad, everything. And, you know, my grandpa died, but, you know, it was heavy on me. And, but he's the one that put the seed in me, and this big heart and everything that I know, which thank God for that.
Amen.
But in a way, I live down in a bubble, in a naive, it's just, in 4 years of times and the things I've seen, it's just blown my mind, where everything I've known about everything is gone. That's what's sort of wrong with me too. And the times and the people, nobody's real no more, just, you know, cures or just, you know, whatever. It's just, it's gotten crazy. But,
Amen.
you know, but see, that's what, but you know, my whole family, from him to his, to the great preachers in my family.
Amen.
So, you know, but they was all into, you know, church and everything, but then when my mom died, but I've struggled my whole life, like, how could you say this, when you're a young boy and your mother, you just have to, I've learned how could you say, which, thank God I've done this, I've struggled, but most people now don't know what that struggle is, because stuff's handed to them.
Right.
And it's coming when that hand ain't there.
Right.
But I thank God that I went through that in a way. But then when my mom died, man, this is, how can you say, this is, I'd never known heavy aloneness until that day.
Mm-hmm.
Wish this on nobody. It's hard to explain. I mean, alone. For 3 months I was going to a graveyard talking to dead people. That's who I had talked to. Only place I had left to go. Man, and it got to where, I mean, this is bad. I went out before, well, this event, well, finally what I had to get to, go to a stranger's house for, give them $100 worth of drugs, certain kind, give them $40 worth of another kind of drug. Just let me sit there in their house and talk to their life. They never have to say a word, nod their head, and help me. I have done that several times to get somebody to talk to. Which I should have been, I talked to somebody else, but anyway, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, but
Either one.
there's so much, so the magnitude from so long. Our home place, when my mother got sick, okay, I had to quit high school at junior year, could graduate everything, to go pay bills. I'd come in, when you're 17, you might come in with $2 out of your check. That's rough on a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
But it was cool. But we lost the place. That's when my mom gave up. For that many years on, she just didn't take care of herself. That's what killed her. You know, really. About, like you sort of say, not take care of herself. Never drunk her life or nothing, but she had cirrhosis of the liver. From taking, say, Monroe County doctors, 18 damn medicine pills in a day or something. I reckon if you take Tylenol, it's supposed to check your liver every 6 months, whatever, cirrhosis of the liver. And then you got, no, this is bad though. And, okay, and then what's ironic, okay, here's that place sort of took from in a way, because her family, her sister stepped up to keep it a family, but they took it. And made her sort of pay rent, nothing sort of happened, and so that's when I sort of got my own place. Had somebody take that from me, so I lost 2 places I've ever known. Lost, you know, everything really. But you know, and it just kept on, and so much, and from the world and everywhere. It's just like where I was a 2x4 full of nails, and not one person was pulling a nail out. Everybody's driving them on in, man. And you finally had her so long, anything will get to you if you let it.
That's right.
From alcohol, tobacco, it don't matter the way, sort of. Some's worse than others. But anger, 20 years of anger, turned into a rage.
Yeah.
And this is bad. He's not even seen it. Most people, Rock just seen sort of a glimpse one time, and I can get in the car, when I get in this song, don't have to say a word, people sitting in the car, I just feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is serious, man. And this is where I got to when finally I was losing my place. I'd paid every dollar on everything for 10 years on a place. Come in one day, My ex-wife's whole family was in my face saying I've lost my place because I put it on drugs, okay? I've never made a late payment on nothing my whole life, which ain't nothing but pride there.
Right.
They never even sort of say that, what that meant to me though. From a bank to a person. I don't have to have nothing to get anything I ever want from them. Because, you know what I mean? And then this to now, somebody finally let me money borrow the truck, thank you Lord, but
Amen.
the whole time up here I could not borrow $1. See? Boy, that's just, but you know, I just pushed towards that, and like watching my mom die, just that rage, boy, it's bad. I'm trying to get to, okay, it's like just so much because I would never let nothing go. That's sort of what that is. Okay, then I finally got to a crossroad of heaven and hell. And here's what I went into though. It ain't been right sort of since, but now I'm better. Okay, when all that was going on, here's all I asked, finally I see my ex-mother-in-law. All I had to ask, okay, here's 3-4 months of $500 a month mortgage and all this. Let's add all of that. What happened to that money? It's just like coming out of their mouth. And boy, they pushed me into this, sort of. But they said, you ain't got to try to ask about that money. And from that moment to here is where I've sort of not been the same. Okay, first thing in my mind is just like somebody drawing a line, you know. Only person that ever cared about me besides Lord is gone. I'll answer to no one. Amen. So, here's my thing where people, suicide, this and that, where this anger, he was either heaven door, hell door. It's God's truth, man. I was just going to take off towards the Lord with my grandpa's Bible, didn't care what happened or what have you, but I wanted to open this door. Wanted to.
Right.
Somebody needs to stand up finally. Kill everybody I could take with me that was bad. And I was going to hit hell wide open to push the devil out of the way, show him how to really do it. Wanted to, man. And when you go into this could be from 2 minutes or 2 days.
Right.
You know, so I sought the Lord, thank God.
Amen.
Sandy mentioned Blunt Memorial, the 3rd floor. Okay, this didn't work like this, but okay, she said the 3rd floor, just I believe it had Dewayne, whatever. And but she told me it's you just start for 3 days and you can voluntarily leave anytime you want. Depends on how you go in. Okay? I found out different, okay? So I went, and here's what they asked me. But this was, how did you say it? But okay, that night, okay, let me back up just a second. That night, I run everybody off. Here's where my first rage come out. When I went into that, I'll answer to no one. No, this is I'll kill everybody here. They left. And I meant this, so no one was going to come into my yard. I was going nowhere. I will not go to jail. I would have killed as many. I'm a gun man. I was born with a gun. I mean, when I was a kid, I never played cars. My nickname was Shotgun when I was a kid. This gun's my whole life. I mean, I could have killed many people. And so I'm thinking, what am I going to do? But I meant this, and I went there, and I've heard people say, well, if that was really, okay, in my heart, that's what I thought. Because I had it finally, man. And, okay, I didn't, everybody finally left. They're going to call the law. Yeah, nobody was coming in my yard, period, if I didn't want them there. And, you heard that song of whatever Rage Against the Machine or something says, gather around your family in a pocket full of shells. Well, I run my family out because I had a bag full of clips for M1, 30 carbine, full metal jacket. And really had here's what I done though, next thing come to my mind. Okay, I went and got 2 vehicles, blocked the driveway, throwed the keys where I couldn't get them. I didn't have roadblock. I didn't have them outgunned. I could have killed many cops before somebody would have killed me. But see, that's sort of killing yourself, but I cannot, the way I was raised, I know this might sound crazy, but I cannot kill myself.
Right.
I got to the point where I was going to kill multiple people. Just like people you see on TV and you hear about this in church, but me, no church and no kids. But yes, I was going to kill multiple people.
And my grandpa bought me that gun, and I sold that gun just because of that. And would have never done that for nothing. And you know, I believe in a time like you're saying, some of this tape stuff, I could help some of these people.
Amen.
I was there. Because I went to stores, they might say the headlines, one said, you see his eyes, you see his eyes, you know he's crazy. I just get rid of it. Hey, his eyes. Okay, but I was there. So the next thing I done, I know the sheriff. My whole life, I lived on down the road. This is the next thing I done, I called the sheriff. Because somebody had to know what was going on.
Yeah.
So I called him, and I'll never forget this. He sort of laughed, you know, after he was having a kid's birthday party at his house. But here's how I put it out, and I meant this, so meant it. Told him, Bill, blah, 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 I'll tell you what's going on. Told him, I said, stay at home. I said, you stay at home. And I'm sorry, everybody else comes here, I'm sorry for their family, their kids, their wife. I'll kill as many as I can. Till somebody kills me, you will not get in here. I will go nowhere. And I cannot kill myself. Exact words. Meant it too, and I was ready. And the Lord and that sheriff saved me that night because, okay, the law that my ex called me, see, that's what I was waiting on. They called law. I'm going to call the sheriff. Then I blocked and barricade and was ready. Okay, just where somebody would know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he told me, he got me calmed down. Well, hey, right now you're all right. Just don't go nowhere, don't do nothing, and you're going to be all right. Okay, I guess that's what I'll do. They didn't want I wanted to hear Bill. He probably, you know, his name was Bill, but, okay, as soon as I got off fire, the phone rung. And it was the cop that my ex-wife had, you know, called. But I was like, wow, if I know that one answered the phone, it's like, they call the phone now? So I'm talking to this guy. I'm serious, I'm talking to this guy. And he pissed me off for something that I went out to the side of the road now, from here to right there, that road right there, had the gun and a phone in my hand. I forget who I called, but I had to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And I locked and loaded. I mean, from here to the wall, man. And then I seen that cop drive by, looked right at me. I looked right at him, you know, gun and phone. It's on. That's the first thing that come to my mind. It's on now. I woke up next morning in the yard. Everybody left me alone. I believe he's told everybody to leave his boy alone, because I'm in it.
Yeah.
And, you know, thank God for that, because that wasn't me, you know.
Amen.
Man, I would have split hell faster, you know, anybody right there. You know, couldn't kill myself, boy, I'd went there and killed everybody else, you know.
That's right.
But that was sort of, you know, a crossroad at where I was at. But I checked with, you know, him, and here's what I mean on this rage, and wow, when I seen this, okay, 8 days. Okay, I went in, okay, this hospital floor is just for, just you to get out of your craziness for a while. I've seen from alcoholics to crackhead to people actually hearing voices to hurt themselves, swatting at stuff. I'm like, wow, you know. And everybody thought I was there for the, you know, rehab or something. That wasn't it. That's not the reason I was there.
Yeah.
And the whole 8 days, I never got nothing out of no person to help me. Where I was at, what I'm hunting for, there was no pill, no nothing, no drug, no psychiatry, no nothing person that could help me.
That's right.
And, okay, this was 4 days in there without nothing. You're straight, you know, you can't look out a window. Okay, my ex-wife visited me for 5 minutes. Okay, asked me a question that, well, if you're the nut house or third floor, whatever it's called, it's too heavy to answer. Okay, but here's what I would go into. Just, okay, just that question. Okay, as soon as she left, I got into it. You know what I mean? And they always hook you up, check your vital signs every so-so. I've never had high blood pressure. Everything's always perfect, okay? As soon as they hook me up, okay, wow, this blew my mind away. As soon as they hooked me up, it was 200 over 100 blood pressure. My heart was beating 125 beats a minute, okay?
That's almost cardiac.
Okay, they're searching my room and thought she snuck me drugs, stuff like that in, but I seen that's the rage right there. Okay, no, this is straight, pure. Okay, for 9 hours, every hour, they fed me Valiums, Klonopins, It never phased it, never done it, never, nothing still. Ah! And this nurse, okay, 4 words from this nurse is all I got out of this. I seen where I felt bad, I scared her. She actually, these nurses had never seen that, period. Somebody doing that, just not be on nothing, and they can't control it. They couldn't get a hold of the doctor. They actually thought I was gonna die right there on their watch. Scared this woman. She finally just looked at me, she didn't cuss, but it was like, son, you're gonna kill yourself for something that's beyond your control, and just walked out. Because she wasn't gonna let me down her watch, she was just gonna leave.
Yeah.
Well, I got to think of what that woman said. Whoa, she's right. Somebody gonna screw over you, they're gonna do it anyway. You think they're worried about it? No. I was.
Right.
See, I started doing that to myself, though, we're not letting things go. For this 20, you know what I'm saying? See? So that right there was one thing that got me really, that's what I got out of that. And, because really it's just like, and what's wild, I have more people in there than the psychiatry people. All right, and just because I talked to them.
Right.
This just blew my mind up. We went in there, apparently nobody, and I don't know how long, could ever like, say you get up and say, okay, tell us your story. You know, okay, I can't tell my story in a few minutes. I jumped up, it was just like it took a while. All right, and certain people left the room. I didn't know this till later, that something I had done to me, they had done to people, they couldn't handle it, they left the room. Because this, I mean, this is this bad place where it was, man, that rage. A lot of people think, but boy, that's just the close devil almost had me, man. Just bad, you know, just, I was gonna push him over, man. But, yeah, that's, but see, you know, that's what I got out of that. So I come out of there and, it was just a bad place here for sort of going. I got a little better on, you know, and then when I actually lost the place, that's where I had to leave. Wow, see, down there where I'm from, that's my hometown and stuff like that. Oh, anybody that had anything to do with me or who was married to their whole family was not from there, but they're all there. And I had to leave my town. That's heavy on me, because I had nowhere to go. I mean, nowhere, period. Besides that graveyard up there, and I have stayed there many nights, just burn and sleep. That's the only place I felt comfortable. That's my family, you know. They can go ahead and burn me. They don't really say nothing to me there if I'm there, you know. But my aunt up here, she put me up in her basement. And another thing that sort of got me to come to this church, I raised 2 step kids. One of them had done something so heavy to my aunt that this is the only woman in the world put me up. I would not be here today because I just had 3 tents. That was my option. And I believe if I had pitched those tents, I'd set the rage off. I'm in that tent, I'm just going to start killing people. I would have. So thank she saved me, but wow, she can never go or will be at her home place never again because of this person. And that is so heavy. It was so heavy on me. Like, wow. I mean, I've offered to split hell wide open for her and would right now if she wanted me to. I offered it, but she started praying for me. You know, that's what you're supposed to do there on that. You know, this sweet woman, man. But boy, it's hard and heavy on me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I've got to do something. If he was just look at me the wrong way, and I think I'm better now, but I could be tested. It could happen. It could happen. That's the only part of it.
We're going to be praying.
I need that. That's right. Everybody was. That's what got me in here. I had so many people, man. You know, praying for me, and nobody understand where it was. You know. Okay, but the crossroads. But okay, you know, I got out like that. But I seen at times where, like I said, I wasn't searching him. He sought me.
Amen. Amen.
I can tell you 4 or 5 times here. It's wild how there's about 4 or 5 incidents that the Lord come up through somebody, how he'll go through somebody or something at the places and the person you never believe. You know, the nurse was sort of one on to help me. And another thing was, like, what is it? I should know this better than this, but if there's, you know, 2 or 3
Gathered in
Jesus
my
is
name.
there, I've got that here many times. But here's one time now, this is at a bad place, say a drug house where, say, 20, 30 people being constantly, and these people are, you don't want to say bad, but they don't have the Lord, and they'll do you dirty, and just, you understand what I'm trying to say. And I'd flip out at times where this stuff just keep building up, and then I'd finally just get to where this is the magnitude where anybody that comes to me, period, work, outside of work, whatever, it's something I have for them, something I can do for them, or what have you. Not just something out of the blue just for me, or just say, hey, Wayne. Never.
Amen.
And then it just got to where, you know, wow, so, you know, I never seen this before or nothing, and just didn't know. And to where I got at in my life, what's sad, a lot of kids, stuff's born like that now. If you're born like that with nothing, what do you think? Hate. And stuff's going to be, that's what's wrong with the world now.
Right.
It's not taught no more or something. Nobody's real no more.
Mm-mm.
Or it's teaching this stuff in a way.
Mm-mm.
It's just to screw you over and stuff. Yeah, that's quicker, that's better, you know. But he kept finding me. Anyway, okay, this house, I'm going to tell you this story. This is like I said, I went up here to this house before, just to get out to have somebody to talk to before, for 2 years. I'd be off work for the whole weekend. I'd just go right around the whole weekend, because that's all I know. Go back to work. I spent $140 in gas, 2 days, 2 years. Just drive constant, go back to work. But I was like searching for something, you know. But anyway, when I was at this house, there was one night. Here's what I offered this guy. He'd been in a lot of trouble before, been in the pen. He got out, he was doing good. And I wanted to see him to try to talk to him, help him on some things. But then he went right worse than what he was then, okay? And this guy, I would have never thought this, but when I was flipping out up here this one night, here's what I offered. Had more drugs than anybody could do in this whole house. I was going to give him a $100 bill, let's shut the gate. Let's just talk until they like, I'll pay you money if you got to do something to get your money. But he never did it. But when I flipped out, that one guy brought up the Lord. Okay. And I was just like, it calmed me down. And I would have never thought, and nobody would have never thought this guy would have ever done that or even know the Lord.
Right.
And he prayed for me.
Amen.
Okay, now check this out. Here's where there was 2 of us for 3 hours. Not one person come up on that hill.
Huh.
That's what the Lord done.
Amen.
The Lord kept everybody away from 3 hours when you talk about the Lord. So he was there.
Amen.
So that goes to that too. You know, but on that, you know, it just kept being incidents. And okay, I finally was going to quit Walmart one night. Went in there, I had to rage again. Went in there, and, just don't harm me full time. I'm something or another. I told him I've had to rage to this boss, and he first thing he done, he said, I'm not going to do Walmart. He handed me a card for where he goes to church. Okay, there wasn't nothing I could say, because wow. Here's what he asked me. I mean, it got to work for 7 years. Whatever I was hunting for, I've looked under every drug, every rock, every corner, every person. Could not find what I need. That's the truth. Here's what he said. We started talking about that, and he goes, do you think that peace and stuff's there about the Lord? And I said, oh, I know it's there and stuff. And he goes, here's what he said. He said, well, if you've looked everywhere and stuff like that, and that's the only place you ain't looked, why ain't you looked there?
Amen.
Well, I couldn't answer it. I was just like, well, I'm going back to work. I couldn't quit, you know. So. And just kept thinking about that, you know. He's right there. See,
because I was just looking, you know, not really, I was looking towards you, but not really,
Looking where you need it.
I wasn't knocking on the door. I heard it,
Right.
see. You know, and then, see, and that's this church y'all played in together, and, you know, and then, like I said, I got in there and heard about David, and I'm going down the wrong road and all this stuff, and I seen to where I thought where you might have been gonna close this church down, and I seen to where you was not, you didn't have the, well, I mean, there wasn't nobody here, like, I'd missed a time or two or something, and Chris, everybody done left, and Timmy said something every one morning like, if you missed another time or two, we thought about, you just might have brought it up, which I can understand. If nobody comes, why you gonna have one, right? I mean, so I was thinking about that stuff too, and some of it was for that day, everybody was down, but I had that in my mind the whole time. That's what I needed to do that Sunday, because I was tired again. I was fixing to light the world up. So, that's the only thing I had to look for was the Lord, so I was gonna try it.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't there, I was gonna light it up, because there wasn't nothing left.
Right.
So, when I stood up there on that Father's Day, so that's when I first saw the Lord, 2 years ago. I mean, people say whatever, I'm talking, yeah, hand it to him. I've never handed nothing to him before,
Right.
period. And that's whatever you got. It can be just something, stress over something little, hand it to him. Whatever, hand it to him. You know, but you know, wow, it you know, it helped me, man. And yeah, David seen it, jumped up, and he said, give this boy a double dose, and I needed it, you know. Yeah, but see, that's when I first, and it's been a, you can ask Roger, he's told me this, if you haven't seen me, say 2 years ago, wow, the difference, the change, you see it. You know, I'm showing some fruit, I guess you could say.
Amen.
But I had to get rid of it, and how I could even laugh, period, or you know, be sane, I don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
Because anybody in my mind one day, they wouldn't be good for no person.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, but you know, thank God for this here, but see, I know I was on the right path, but my thing here, I wasn't doing it for sort of David. I wasn't doing it for no religion. I wasn't doing it for nobody. I wasn't doing it in church. I was doing it for me, my own personal relationship with Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
You know, when I finally saw it, because I was fixing to have one with the red man, you know, and that's the truth. That's where it's going. If he didn't do something, because it's the only thing I hadn't tried, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, you know, it sounds crazy, but is it done past 12?
You go, brother.
Okay. But see, that's it. We're nothing and we're everything.
Right.
Like, we're nothing by ourselves.
Right.
Amen.
That's why I say I was trying to fix it. But we're everything through the works of Jesus.
Amen.
Right. Come on.
And you know, like say when I started praying there, like that first time. Some people, here's what happens. Most people in church stuff, that's just the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a whole lot more to do than just start to pray one time.
Right.
Okay, because most time people, okay, they want to see like, oh, I don't feel no Holy Spirit. I ain't nothing going on. I ain't got this and that. Okay, they want it like that. Well, that ain't it. That's on His time, man.
Amen.
As soon
Amen.
as you don't see it, okay, you fall away from it. You get the fear back. You lose your faith in whatever you did start with.
Amen.
But you can still fall away different times. But what He'll do, you can always fall away. But once He starts, you know, He'll never fall away from you.
Right.
You can, but He won't. And that's when you do try it, like the devil and his powers comes at you harder than ever was before. It bombards your mind with so much stuff you can't think clear. And that's when most time you give up and stuff, because that's when your faith is low. But that's when God picks up His faith.
Amen.
Amen.
You know,
He is
what it's all about. And because if you take one step, you'll take two.
Right.
But you know, the realness is, I've helped so many people, and when I get real and say a few words, have helped so many people.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is out some lost, crazy people now,
Mm-hmm.
but plenty of times I've helped a lot of people just in a word or two.
Amen.
Amen.
Somewhere about, said like something about gossip, it'll settle down and you vows, but whatever, like one bad word can mess somebody up forever,
Yeah.
if it hurts. But I've had one word help me at times. One word from somebody I don't even know.
Amen.
Amen.
So that's why you always try to, try to help say something good to somebody if you can, because, here's another Bible verse I got. It's like, let's see, Philippians. Did I say it right? I thought I was going to be saying Philippines or something. That he which hath began a good work in you will perform it until the day of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Amen.
But this the real, I've learned that, is get real. Nobody's real no more.
That's right.
When you look at somebody, no matter what it is, just don't blame, tell like it is, tell the truth. Shocks people, because nobody does it no more.
Amen.
They're lied to you, make up stuff, something like that, The forgiveness, that's on, okay, all these people that's done me the worst. I pray for them now.
Amen.
That's not for them, that's for me,
Amen.
And that humbling yourself is, just humbling yourself. Most people are so high on their horse, if they're in a church, if they're just this religious or that, whatever, but religion is sort of what killed Jesus, right? I mean,
Amen.
if you can't humble yourself down to him, then, that's, that's real. It's, like I done. I finally, it was just like I handed whatever I had to him, take it. What is, you're putting it on the cross with his blood, so you took it.
Amen.
And I feel where I should be, his late general, man. For what he already's done for us, but what then he done for me, he took for me what's nothing in the world could touch.
Amen.
Amen.
I feel like I should be further. I'm getting there.
Come on.
And it's a closer thing, I'm eventually going to get to where I don't need nothing but Jesus. See, right now,
Amen.
there's one, two things I've not let sort of go of. I've not really, how could you say, I don't give him my all, sort of. Almost. But I'm almost there.
Amen.
Because he wants us to live, man. But right here, I read this thing, and it sort of caught what I'm sort of going through. Like, whatever you go through, it's so serious, from war to something that's divorce, something. No man's the same after a certain kind of agony. He's either better or worse. And the agony of the man's experience is nearly always the first thing that opens his mind to understand the need of redemption worked out by Jesus Christ. At the back of this, I was against a wall. Okay? Because at the back of this wall of the world, which I had, stands God with his arms outstretched. The cross of Jesus is the supreme evidence of the love of God.
Amen.
Paul asked, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? This is in Romans. And then he confidently answered was that nothing can remove us from God's love in Christ.
Amen.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing, man. And so, when we're up against a wall, if anybody, if you're against a wall, I know nobody's this wall like I've had, and it is a serious place that most people have never been or seen or can understand. God is there with open arms, man. Because God knows each winding way I take, and every sorrow, pain, and ache. His children he will not forsake. He knows and loves his own. Because God's love will stand when all else is failing. Because I've seen everything go, but I know one that was there when everything was gone on my wall of this world. It was him, man.
Amen.
Yeah, I know one that's there died for you, died for me. And I know one pulled me out of the pit, brother. When I say this aloneness, I ain't got no kids, nobody, no nothing. I always have Jesus now.
Amen.
And see, yeah. And most wild, that's the proof right there to anybody. You can't whatever, that's all I have. And most time you don't know you need Jesus till that's all you got.
Amen.
And because he gave his life for us. He wants us to live it, man. That's why, because he took everybody's sin, curse, sickness, took our death. We don't worry about death, condemnation.
So we just gotta aim high toward the sky, man.
Amen.
You know, yeah, since we went past it. See, I could go on for, this is so, wow, this is so. I had so much, I just tried to put this sort of together.
Amen.
It's gonna take a while with you, since my church family hear everything, Bishop.
Be fine.
And, you know, but it's just got to humble yourself, you know, it's like, whoo, they're like, well, you know who I am, Lord. You know where I've been. You know where I'd be, man. Forgive me. Thank you, man. He's good. He's good.
Amen. Yeah.
And they, wow, what he's took from me, ain't nothing you can't hand him, or anybody, or the youth to hand towards him. You know, I was at a place where I was going to kill everybody. You know, but him, my aunt, and this church, man, has saved my life.
Amen.
And, you know, and I could, like I said, I could pick up so much stuff. I hate I wanted to try to type, but I don't really know. See, here's where I need to work on myself. I don't know how to, in the Bible, everyone wants to see something. Well, most time people want to see it. You show it to them, they still, you know.
Don't believe.
Yeah. But if I could get that too, I could do a lot more helping people, because when I help them, it's on what I've got to do with my thing. And 2 people here recently has said, I've never heard this before in my life. That one Chris boy with long hair brought here. You're the wisest man I've ever known. Wow, blow my mind. My wisdom is I've had to learn the hard way, but wisdom I got ain't me.
Right.
Amen.
It's him, buddy.
Amen.
And his daughter about a week ago told me the same thing. Boy, you're wise. I'm just like, I mean, failed to see it. I'm like, well, I wish I'd used all of it probably, you know. I am now probably, but you know, but you know, like in Psalms, he plucked my feet out of the net, you know, thank God.
Amen.
When I was in that valley, you know, he sought me. That made me, you know, search him. And you know, that's probably going to be about it, but oh, and these times where I've heard David, and everything we've talked about David set up, and I can see where I could get him going. He said, you know, you know, but that's what it takes, you know, because I really, you know, get something out of it, man. And getting up here, I really didn't care if who cared, if Jim's cared, or if anybody got anything. I hope somebody did.
Oh, yeah.
Or, I had it planned out where I was going to, get a lot happier than what I was, but time went away, and I was going to actually practice on time to see. I probably should have, but but I pretty much got out what I was going to try to get out, you know, and but I was going to be more real. But, you know, and actually, you know, look at the camera or something. If I decide to say, put it on there, are you behind a wall today, you know, and stuff like that, because I believe I could help somebody somewhere through that.
Amen.
Yeah, you could.
These people just killing everybody. You know, that's been on my mind there a lot on that. But I just want to thank you for listening. And you know, I got like what John said. I for sure don't feel like worthy enough to get up here, but that's how he's using me.
Try.
Amen.
And yeah, I believe that's sort of my purpose and thing, and way to get to so many people I can help with what I know. Like, see, David can help certain type of people. Say you've been through all that stuff, young people. All the people that's really messed up, you know, drug out, whatever, I can touch them maybe.
Amen.
Amen.
You know, but just, you know, that's how God's used me on that, and I've been doing this. I'm glad I didn't just like release all the bigness in front of you, because I've been doing this for a long time. This whole week I've been doing this.
Yeah.
For 2 days I've been doing this at Rock's house. We've been talking about this 2 days, constant. I just been warned about, you know.
It's good too. I mean, it's good.
I'm serious. Yeah.
I mean,
And this man right here told me this last night. This blew my mind. Me, his whole life, the only one that's talked to him about the Lord as much as I have.
Amen.
Wow. Me, man. You know, I was like, really, man? Like, wow! See, that's all I sort of do, but I'm just sort of telling, you know, what he's done for me is what you're sort of supposed to do.
Amen.
Because nobody's gonna say nothing if you don't. And, you know, you don't push it on him, because he don't. And that's like, you know, it's our for everybody. It's our for people ain't born yet. It's always been there. You know, but you gotta know. So he gives you a choice to choose not to or do it.
Yeah.
You know. And I love all of you. I'm sorry I kept us here a little longer. And I'm gonna let David come back up here. Thank you. God bless everybody.
Good job. Bless you, brother. I'm not gonna add to that, because I can't. I will say a couple of things, and then I'm gonna let Rayleigh sing, and then we'll go eat. I appreciate Brother Dewayne more than he could ever imagine. And just like he said on that Father's Day, I'll never forget when he got up. I saw that brokenness, and I saw a man reach out to an everlasting God. And ever since then, I saw an everlasting God reach out on me.
Amen.
And see, this is why I wanted John and Dewayne and anybody. I don't care. God's not told me to push yet on anybody, but this is open, and this is why. Is he made a good statement. There's people around here I ain't worth a flip to because of my past. Am I the only one that's messed up in their life? Hey.
Glenn's trying to kill the police department.
But you know what? I finally come to the place in my life. I don't care what they think about me. Who cares? And this is another thing that every Sunday morning, every time the devil fights me and tells me that I ain't worth it, that I ain't doing nothing, I sit back and I can say this without a doubt. I've got some pastor friends that hate going to church because the church is trying to kill them. I can sit back and say today, I've got a church family that I ain't got to fight because they will fight for me. I ain't got to worry about somebody in here trying to tear me down because my family will stand with me.
Amen.
And I'll tell you this desk is open at any time. Anything's on your heart you want to share, because what he just said, I can't carry them shoes.
Amen.
I can't carry them. But John's wore a pair of shoes that Dewayne's not.
Yes.
I've wore a pair of shoes that neither one of them has. And not one of us is greater or worser than any other. But though God has used us completely, it's like the spokes on a wheel. If you have the hub and the outer ring, if you ain't got spokes that tie it together, we've got to quit being a social media Christians and Sunday morning Christians and just everyday just getting around. Just like he said, we got to get real. We need reality in this world. Hey, we don't talk the best. We don't act the best. We may mess up sometimes in our life, but the fact of it is there's a God in heaven that looked down upon us, and though we wasn't worth nothing, oh my God in heaven, I've got a hold of it, and he saved me, even though I wasn't worth it, and he that I gave up on never gave up on me, and he that I had nothing else to hold on to, I reached him out of heaven and got a hold of me.
Amen.
Oh, glory to God. I tell you today, I got more now than I've ever had.
Amen.
And I had to throw it all away to find out how good I had it.
Amen.
Sort of made you where I'm at, brother.
Amen. Woo, son.
Good. That's good.
Tell you what, I can't
Go
wait
another
next
sermon.
year.
Let's go another sermon.
Yeah, hey, get through Psalms. We'll just preach through. We'll just preach Jesus comes. She's ready. I'll tell you what, we're going to close, because if I don't, I will preach. I'm going to tell you. I got somebody's going to get one 4 days over with. I got one loaded in. I had no preacher tell me, say one time, he said, son, I always keep one in the barrel. I got one loaded, somebody's going to get it somewhere today. I don't know where it is. Let's stay. Dewayne give us something today that we need to hear. The world needs to hear. John gave us something last week we needed to hear. The world needs to hear. Because the fact of it is,
World ain't hearing none of it.
no, the world's not hearing none of it. The world's hearing the happy-go-lucky and the Tinkerbells and all the fluff and stuff, and they ain't hearing about reality. And there's people dying and going to hell right now at this very moment in time. Because they don't think nobody else cares. And because they don't think that there's a God above them. Where there's a God above them always sitting there saying, son, all you got to do is reach.
Thank you, Lord.
The Bible says, seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you.
Amen.
If you want it, you just got to get it. Whatever's on your heart today, whatever you need to pray about, I've been blessed beyond belief.